getting a better night's sleep for the energy sensitive, we're talking about clarity. Hello, I'm Fracka Future and welcome to the Vanguard of Light, where we help the energy sensitive person take it to the next level. And we're talking about something very important today. We're going to be talking about sleep. And specifically, it's going to be part of a sleep series. And we're going to be talking about getting clear. Getting clear as to what a good night's sleep is going to be. And we're going to do a little process to get there. We're going to make it super simple. It's not going to take much time. And it's for the energy sensitive person because we got a different flair going on. You know, there's a lot of physical things that could be affecting your sleep, but we know there's a deeper spiritual meaning that's really affecting your sleep. But we want to take sleep to the next level, and getting terrible night's sleeps does interfere with that on a whole bunch of levels. On a whole bunch of levels, not to mention you wake up feeling crappy. So let's get into it. So what we're going to do, first we're going to get into the right place to get this info, right? So we're going to put up our bubble, right? Our protective bubble, right? This is just a very simple technique. Just imagine like a bubble, like a shield, right? And our feet are going to root into the ground. It's rooting into the ground. Now we got our shield up, right? Just shield up, and everything that doesn't serve us, we're going to start draining it into the ground. Just draining it into the ground, kind of making our little sacred space. It's really simple. Like I like to say, the simple technique is way more powerful than the powerful technique you don't do. So we're just going to do something simple right now because it doesn't take much time. We're just draining this stuff down. Then picture like your aura. It's just like a kind of littler bubble around you, right? And anything we've picked up in the day, we're just draining that down too. You can use your hands like I'm doing. We're just draining that energy down. Then think of our chakras. Just think of your spine. Even if you don't know what the chakras are, that's fine. Just think your spine. And anything that doesn't serve you, just draining it down, right? We're draining that down, letting some of the day go. It's going to just feel good just to do that, right? Then we're going to ask for source, higher power to just help us in this process. Help guide our thoughts. Help guide the information that's coming in. Just, ask higher power that, hey, we're going to dial in this sleep stuff. We want a little bit of help here. All right. So now we're going to be talking about sleep, right? And so your sleep isn't quite where you want it. Now we want to define, what does that look like? What would be a good night's sleep? And one way to get there, especially if that feels blocked, is like, well, what do you not like about your current sleep? Is it hard to go to sleep? Are you waking up? Do you not feel rested in the morning? So just kind of look and feel like, okay, what is it? And if it's like, oh, it's just everything, well, think, what's the biggest one? What's the biggest one that gets you, right? And be like, it's like, well, I'm just not getting to sleep, right? Or it's like, I keep waking up. Whatever it is, I just don't feel rested in the morning. Because we're just going to get and just feel like, because, we got a little bit of a sacred space, and feel like, all right, what does it feel like it's not happening? Or I'm not getting enough good info coming in, right? Because that's going to be our little clarity mark, right? Of like, okay, this is where we're going to go. Because we're going to have other techniques down the road on what we need to address to help bring that in. But it gives us a focus, right? So choose one or two. If you have a lot, it's okay. We're going to choose our top one or two, but now we're energetically feeling what it is, right? Because it's the energy sensitive people. We're taking it to the new level, right? So what is that? I want to write this down. You've done this exercise right now. We've taken a little bit of time. What are my two things that aren't working for sleep? And like, if I had them the other way, that would be my sleep improvement. And that's all we're going to do for this video. That's it. There's two things, right? Because we're going to pair it for the next videos. But it's real simple technique. Took a little time. What are my two things that are bothering me for sleep? And if they were corrected, what's the opposite of those? And there we go. This is our clarity. This is what we're going to work towards. So how do we energetically get those two things to happen? So hopefully that's enlightened a bit, helped tone it down, not made sleep so like, oh my gosh, it's just horrible. Of like, oh wait, now it's these two things. These are my focus now. Oh, okay, I'm going to improve these two things. And we're going to do that energetically in this series. And there'll be the next one, the video for the next one coming up. And you can also subscribe for whenever they're coming out. And until we talk again, have a blessed day or a blessed night.